Let's talk
Relationships on
on
UME Radio.
Radio. So, what are we talking about?
Marriage, dating, parenting, business.
And love, emotions, sex.
It's a conversation with me, Lady Misty,
And DJ KTE.
on everything from hot topics to taboos.
Join us Mondays at 9 p.m. live on UME Radio.
Follow us at Let's Talk Relationship Show on Facebook or on UME Radio on Instagram. Let's talk relationships, arguments for the grown.
Get the UME Radio app to listen wherever you are. That is UME Radio. One word. Welcome. I'll say welcome, everybody, to the UME Radio.
That's right.
Yes, welcome to Let's Talk Relationships on UME Radio, y'all. We had an awesome time last week,
Yes,
and
we
we're looking
did.
to have a fantastious time this week
Ah,
as well.
wow,
So, I
what's
got to
a
create my
word?
own words, right? Because when
That's
when
right.
it's
That's it.
exciting, they got to create new words. You know what I mean?
That's
So
it.
I am DJ KTE.
And I'm Lady Misty.
I tell you, right at that, huh? So I want to give special thanks to our sponsors, UME Digital Media
Yes.
Inc., of course. You can get them at UMEDigital.inc.com. Mindfulness in Ministry, Masterclass. Great, awesome class. You got to check that out. And that's mycoachministry.com. Check out their new courses on Udemy, y'all. You got to check that out. And
All right.
Royal Events. We're celebrating life one event at a time.
Yeah.
MarshaJNow.com. And
That's right.
tell the audience what to expect tonight. Can you go ahead and tell us what
So tonight, and as we're moving right on, we're going into the hot topics.
Uh-oh.
So we are in the hot seat tonight.
Uh-oh.
And one of the topics that has been circulating in social media is the whole conversation that Will and Jada had on her program Red Table Talk, and a lot of persons are, talking
Chime in,
about
chime in, huh?
hashtag entanglement.
Oh, my goodness.
Right, that's the new talk, hashtag entanglement. So we're going to be, just sharing for a little bit the Jada and Will marriage breakdown and, what we have to say. We'd like to hear from you too. So as the program goes on, you'll have your time to call us and talk to us and share your views on the topic. So just to give you a little bit of heads up, we are going to be sharing with you a clip of how it all went down and the conversation.
What was the real situation with Jada Pinkett Smith? Because I don't know if you were pursuing her or you guys had just a close family type of relationship, and I would love for you to be able to shed that.
Here's what I'll say. People can have whatever ideas that they like, but what I'm not okay with is my character, being in question. Mm-hmm. When certain things are questionable that I know is not me, or that I know that I haven't done, contrary to what some people may believe, I'm not a troublemaker. I don't like drama. Drama actually makes me nauseous, you know what I'm saying? And I also don't think that it's ever important for people to know what I do, who I sleep with, who I date, right? But in this instance, it's very different because, as I said, there's so many people that are side-eyeing me, looking at me questionable about it. I mean, I've lost money, friendships, relationships behind it, and I think it's because people don't necessarily know the truth, but I've never done anything wrong. Mm-hmm. I love those people, right. Literally, like my family. I don't have a bad thing to say about them. They are beautiful people. When something starts affecting my life, and not only affecting my life, but affecting my wellness and my well-being, and also starts to block my heart. My heart space is blocked. I don't really have a choice but to express my truth. I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing.
I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. Me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing. When Aug first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, to help pull him through. And from there, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though.
Yeah,
Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over.
We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And one thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is... the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened? Yeah,
and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
It's UMERADIO, touching your airwaves like something you've never heard before. UMERADIO.
Yeah. That was interesting, Lady Misty. What are your thoughts? I mean, what came to mind looking at that thing there? It was interesting.
Just listening to the whole conversation, we heard August first. He was, talking about his truth and how the whole entanglement, in quotations, affected him. What we need to understand is that relationships are the meaning of life. All right? And every agenda is propelled by the arrival of a person or persons. So in this case, we have the arrival of August in a marriage situation, and based on what I heard, they were all helping him at one point in time because he was ill. How the entanglement happened now is, a whole different story. For me personally, because it happened so long ago, my initial reaction was, what's the big deal? This happened. I don't see why we're all making a big deal out of this. But I think too, because is just coming out, and a lot of persons are just hearing about it. It seems like a recent thing, and there's a relationship there again, the relationship between media and the persons watching and looking on. So immediately people grab onto that. I think Jada dealt with it in a surface kind of way, because even though she brought herself to the table, I don't think she really went in depth into what really happened. I don't think she needed to, based on the line of conversation. However, just in a conversation we were having previous to the show, it came across to me that a lot of persons are not thinking about how this relationship affected August. We know the Smiths, and we know the relationship that they have and the relationship they have with the public and how they operate and so on, but we don't really see or hear about the damning effects that August had to go through. So we have three relationships entangled in this situation. So we have the marriage, we have the relationship between Jada and August, and we have the relationship between the Smiths and those who are looking on. So we have to take into consideration all of that. How do we deal with these entanglements? In Jamaica right now, entanglement is a new thing. It's gone crazy. And I saw a meme. A friend of mine sent me a meme, and there was a girl in the meme asking, "What is entanglement?" And the guy responded, "It's like cheating, but for rich people."
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, so that whole relationship, that whole conversation, how do we see it? So in layman's term, for me and you, cheating is cheating. For a rich person, that conversation is just an entanglement.
Okay.
How do we deal with that kind of entanglement?
Let me chime in here, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Preach your thought.
No, so I'm just saying that it's interesting to look at all sides, not just on one person, but on all sides, to see how do we deal with a touchy situation. How do we deal with this as best as we can?
Gotcha.
As those looking on and as a couple.
Interesting perspective, Lady Misty. I got my little 2 cents in there, but I just want to remind you guys, you're listening to UMERADIO. Get the app. It's the letter UMERADIO. That's one word. Get it on your Google Play Store and also on your Apple stores. So go ahead and grab the app, guys. Everything's on there. Well, my thought as I was watching this little clip in here, a bunch of things came to my mind. One is, the gentleman was being very defensive. I think he was being a bit evasive.
Who's that, August?
Yes, defending what, I'm not sure what, but I get it. It's high profile. You kind of trying to walk the thin line of, and that there was issue with you getting hurt and getting paid. But even to back up a little bit, this show is we come from a Christian perspective and things. For those who are not a Christian in their confession or in their lifestyle,
right?
I kind of approach it differently. There's a lot you can expect from people who have a certain lifestyle or believe certain ways. But I believe that Christians also be human beings, and some of us go through the same situations.
Right.
Maybe not on a high profile stage as such, but I see where the defense can come about, where we defend ourselves, goes again to healing. Also, I see where you open the door. I heard them say they were separated for a while, so they made a conscious decision to actually split for whatever reason, and of course that opened the door, of course, for them to pursue other roads. I didn't see where Will at this point had a it looks like he was hurt and still hurting to me. and I didn't see where there was a real fixing this. I think it did.
Right. There was no real
Yeah,
closure.
closure. I think what needs to be done. But I think it was a great start to even have the conversation out in the open like
Well,
that. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It couldn't have been easy, and I'm sure we can't expect perfection from people in that sense. But I think that people gonna always pick pick what they feel most resonate with them or make sense to them. But it was a lot of emotions, though. It really had me
A lot
like,
of
wow.
emotions, yeah.
So it showed up what can happen years ago can come back to haunt you and come back to be a major force in your life in your future. So, hey, but that's my take on that. But I'm sure as we go on in the show, we're gonna have folks chime in, and they can probably call and share their ideas and thoughts and our show, because we leave it open for people to have. We want to give you a voice, and that's important. So here on Yumi Radio, we and on Let's Talk Relationships, we allow that for that to happen, where you can share your thoughts and ideas.
All
So
right. Yeah, so we are going to go to a quick break.
Let's talk
Relationships on
Yumi
UME Radio.
So what are we talking about?
Marriage, dating, parenting, business.
And love, emotions, sex.
It's a conversation with me, Lady Misty,
And DJ KTE.
on everything from hot topics to taboos.
Join us Mondays at 9 p.m. live on UME Radio.
Follow us at Let's Talk Relationship Show on Facebook or on UMERADIO on Instagram. Let's talk relationships, arguments for the grown.
Get the UME Radio app to listen wherever you are. That is UME Radio, one word.